guys, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my laboratory. So for today's tutorial, we're going to go ahead and play around with the new We Are Memory Keepers button machine. I have everything I used in the description box below. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, to begin this video, we're going to start with the blank canvas. I've already uploaded my designs I'll be using into Cricut Design Space. And I'm just going to go over here and grab 3 circles, and we'll be using that as a guideline for our buttons. Now once I have my circles, I'm going to go over here to these 3 lines on the top toolbar next to canvas and change my measurements from inches to centimeters. Because in the directions given with the button press, the button sizes are in millimeters, so I kind of had to convert that. So the large button size is going to be 7.0, the medium button size is going to be 4.9, and the small button size is going to be 3.5. And those are the measurements I entered into the top pull toolbar, and I will have those measurements for you in the description box. So once I have my button sized, I'm just going to go ahead and insert my designs and then just, basically play around with my designs, get them to look how I want them to look. And then once I do that, I'm going to, now all my designs are SVGs, okay? So I'm going to change this to a print and cut. So I'm going to go up to the top toolbar where it says no fill, and then I'm going to go ahead and change that to print. And then I'm going to change the background of my circle because I do want that to print as well. And whatever color your background is the color that it'll print. So I don't want that ugly gray that they give you. So I'm just changing all my designs. And I'm just going to do all that to all my buttons. So once I have all the colors and things that I like, I did select the whole design and go ahead and flatten it so that it turns into a print and cut. If you noticed before in the layers panel, we had a bunch of layers, but now we don't. Okay, so once I have all that going on, I'm just going to go ahead and print. Well, I'll hit make it and then hit print, and my Cricut will cut it out for me. Okay, so here's our button machine, and I just pulled it out the box. When you pull it out the box, you're just going to have to screw on this handle. And this part right here is supposed to be the cutting part. So this is the base. Just stick it in right there. And this is the top. And this has this magnet right there, so it just kind of clamps in. Just like that. And then you just pull the lever down to punch. Then it also has these 3 different sizes for your buttons. The large, which is 70 millimeters, the medium, which is 49 millimeters, and the small, which is 35 millimeters. And they come with buttons. Well, this bundle came with the buttons. Front, the back, and the Mylar. And that's included for all the button sizes. Then they also included these adhesive backs, because if you didn't want to put the pin on this, you can take the pin off just like that, and then take one of these backs and put it on here, and you can kind of make it like a decorative sticker. And another idea I had was do the same thing, remove the pin, but put a piece of my magnetic tape on the bottom, and then you can make some super cute magnets. So that's everything that was included in the bundle. So let's go ahead and make a button. Okay, so I want to show you guys how the cutting part of this works. I'm going to be honest, I don't like it, which is why I used my Cricut to cut. But just in case you don't have a Cricut and you still purchase this machine, I want to at least give you a demonstration of how it goes. So this is what we print, the designs we created, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut those out. Well, cut one out with my scissors. So this is, I sized this for the large size button press. And this piece right here is like your preview window, okay? So you would line this up, and they have these lines right here as guidelines. So you want to pay attention to those, because I didn't pay attention to one and it jacked my my button up. So basically this is what it's going to look like on the button, okay? So you take this and we're just going to slide it under there. And you're just supposed to push down. And you hear a little crack. And that's supposed to mean that it's cutting. But when you take it off, you see some of it cut, but not all of it cut. But I also did watch another video, and she gave a little hack stating that you kind of move it. So because this is big, a lot of the pressure is on the outer ring, but she said you'll get a better force or whatever if you push it up towards the middle a little bit. Like all the pressure is like in the center. So I'm gonna do that. Push it down, and then you kind of move it around and turn it, keeping it all like in the middle. Turn it again. And let's see what if it cut. And I mean, I still didn't really get a good cut all the way around. So it might be an operator error, I don't know, but turning it around did give me a better cut than when I just slid it in there the first time, but I'd rather just use my Cricut. So, but I just wanted to show you guys how to use that or how that goes. And to remove it, I just pull it straight down and then just pull that up and move that out the way. And still sticking with my big button size, this is the base, and it says it right here. It says base on it, so you'll never get those confused. First, let me swivel that out. And then I just kind of drop that in there and twirl it around a little bit until it like kind of clicks. And then I'll just take the top, the magnet right here, and just stick it on there. So, first things first, when you're beginning your button, you're going to want to turn to A. Okay, so there's an A and a B. Can you guys see that? So there's an A and a B. We're going to turn it to A. line it up with these two arrows. Same thing over here. Turn it to A and line it up with that. We're going to take my Melanin Magic. First you put the button in here. Now also in here, right here, like on the sides, are some guidelines as well. So when we put our picture in, we're just going to line it up, like keep it as straight as possible with those guidelines. Okay. Looks like my paper is just a tad bit bigger than my... I'm just going to trim that down just a little bit. I may have messed up on the design part, but okay, there we go. That fits. Once you have that in there, it's supposed to take your piece of mylar and stick it on there, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to mine, but that's okay because I wanted to show you guys this anyway. So I have my A's. Make sure it's on A. Gently swivel it because you still want it to be lined up. And we're just going to press. And then it disappears. So then you turn it to B. Turn your base and your top to B. And you're going to put this part is going to go in here, okay? So the part where, oh, I had that backwards. So the part where you actually open the pen goes bottom side down. And use your guidelines in here to get the pen straight as even as possible, okay? Now I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to press it. And I just like to press it about 2-3 times. And look at it. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. You guys, look at that. Isn't that the cutest? See, that's where the pen opens. I love this. And I really like this matte finish. But since this is paper, of course, you know, depending on what you put this pen on, it won't last long. But I really like the way that looks without the mylar. Okay? So that was our big one. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the medium and the small sizes the same way. So here it is, you guys. These are the ones I've created so far that have turned out good. I've made quite a few mistakes, but you live and you learn, right? Like I was saying, like this one, you see the shine in it? This is the one that has the mylar on it, and then this one and this one don't have any mylar on it, and I really love that matte finish. I'm actually gonna see if I can find some fabric and make a fabric pen, okay? Because the fabric will hold up better than the paper, of course. So these are a few of my buttons. And remember earlier when I was saying make sure that you line them up. Make sure when you put your designs in there that you're using these markers, because I did this, but when I put the pen in the back, I didn't line it up with the marker, and so the design, the pen is like this, but the design and the pen basically are crooked. And another thing, you see this one was a mess up because my paper was way too big for my button. So just kind of be mindful of your measurements because when you go to punch it, it won't be able to punch because it'll have, I guess, too much material. And you see the pen is this way and then the design is that way. So just a couple things to be mindful of. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Join my group on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.